Hi everyone, welcome again on our channel, Aquaspirit United. In this video, I wanted to briefly talk about the power of forgiveness on our journey because it looks to me that many people can get a little bit stuck on their journey because they don't allow themselves for this true forgiveness, both on a psychological level but also on the soul level. So I'm just gonna try to explain what is the difference between this psychological level of forgiveness and this deep forgiveness at the soul level. So just imagine throughout your journey, you're going through many different experiences with people. And basically, many of those experiences are the lessons that you're gonna learn on a journey in order to evolve. And it happens very often that those lessons are very painful, emotionally hard, psychologically hard, and they leave some kind of a hurt in us and pain. So, on psychological level, when we want to evolve and just become this more peaceful person, seeing those things from a higher perspective, the most natural way is just to learn the lesson and forgive. And that's what we are mostly doing on our journey. We just recognize those experiences as lessons and we are forgiving people because we recognize that forgiveness gives us this power and freedom. However, I also realized that very often there is some subconscious level of the forgiveness that we need to access in order to fully free ourselves from this pain and from this hurt, especially when we are talking on the painful experiences on a soul level. So just imagine if you're being involved in a soul connection, and you were on a very deep level, very connected with the person, but still something didn't work out. And there was a very deep lesson regarding to this connection. Sometimes our soul can get hurt in that, like it will kind of remember the pain, and this is very subconscious and we may not even be conscious of that. um, but just imagine when you're having those soul level experiences, it's like our higher self is guiding us towards our evolution. So once the lesson is learned, even through this painful, very deep soul connection, the evolution is taking place. So you're learning your lesson. But there are some leftover pains that will remain after the whole experience is ended. So the higher self will try to make up for those painful experiences because just imagine the universe wants you to evolve on your journey. And obviously, no one, by default, this journey should not be as difficult or painful more than necessary. However, there are some situations that there is no way to overcome. There's no way to give us any other lesson rather through this hard and difficult experience in our human eyes. So what happens is sometimes our higher self, when we are getting better towards our journey and we are just kind of starting healing and just, you know, evolving on our journey, it will give us a chance somehow to forgive. It will try to make, as I said, make up for those hurts that were necessary as a lesson. So it will try to reach out at some point, and you may start receiving the messages regarding the forgiveness, and you will not be sure what is the source of this energy coming to you. It may seem even as if your soul connection is contacting you and trying to reach out and ask for forgiveness. And it may seem that it's a little bit confusing because you will may not be able to track the source of those messages. But if you are experiencing this, just make a note and is try to make a conscious effort or intention just to really release and forgive on soul level the soul or the higher self of a person associated with the whole experience. Because sometimes I feel it can get us stuck because we are not able to properly heal after those experiences if we don't consciously acknowledge the pain that it happened on our deep soul level and this is one of the I would say final stages in the healing process within those deep soul connections. So um, with this, I just wanted to summarize that if you were involved in a very deep soul connection and it didn't end up well, it ended with some painful lesson, and throughout your journey and development as a spiritual being, you will try to forgive everyone right away. Maybe you don't want to hold your grudges. And sometimes it can be tricky because you need to have a moment, some kind of like a grief period to really reevaluate the whole connection, how it happened, and just define or analyze what kind of effect it had both on your psychological levels but also on your soul levels, and just acknowledge that if you're going through the painful lesson, it's very human experience, it's very human to feel those pains. So that's what we accept, but you should also accept that our soul level consciousness can also be hurt based on that, and it requires this complete whole forgiveness on every level. And that will require you, that will allow you to start those deep healing process on a soul level, and you will see that you will be able to um, heal those wounds that are very associated with this specific connection. So I hope this short advice will help you just maybe to reevaluate those soul connections that you have been recently involved with, um, and just help you to get the freedom. Because remember, the forgiveness is always the freedom. And just remember that the universe, by giving you these experiences, the only intention is for you to grow. So please acknowledge those experiences as a lessons, acknowledge that they were helpful, also they were a little bit painful, they were difficult, but make the conscious choice to forgive whatever was happening to you on all levels. So thank you for watching. If you have some more questions, please ask in the comments, and see you next time. Be love.